I'm Susan Berkley from GreatVoice.com with another edition of Inside VoiceOver. Today a question, do you know this about voiceover scripts? So I've got 8 things I want to share with you about the scripts you use or the copy when you're doing voiceover. So first of all, the overarching idea is that you should be prepared to do some work on your script before you read it. Don't feel that you can't touch it. It is yours. Make it ready for performance. So with commercials, often the customer, the client, gives you way too much copy to fit into 60 seconds or 30 seconds. So be prepared. They're going to cut something. So you need to be a little bit flexible because often they'll be changing the wording right as you go through the session. So be flexible there. Don't be afraid to mark your copy. In fact, I highly recommend it, especially the places where you plan on taking a breath and places where you might want to stress. But use a pencil so that you can change, because those, or if you get direction, that's different. You don't want to get locked into one way of reading it. You've got to read the script, though, as it was written. Even if it's poorly punctuated or the English is bad, you have got to read the words as they are on the page. A writer was paid a lot of money to do that, and the client will get very upset if you feel it's more correct or should be changed in any way. So read the script exactly as it's written on the page. However, if there's something that looks odd, ask the customer, say, hey, is this really a word or is this misspelled? They'll tell you. Check pronunciation before you start reading. You can go, right now you can Google any word, and 99% of the time there'll be a file on there where you can hear exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced. If it's a place name or a person's name, you can go on YouTube and sometimes get a proper pronunciation there as well. Or you can even call the company and ask. You should ignore punctuation. Stop at the end of a thought, which isn't necessarily the end of a sentence. Feel free to get rid of periods and commas if it's going to make the script make more sense. I gave you permission to do that. Ask for a Word file so you can manipulate it. If they send you a PDF, which is sort of like a locked file, you probably should have on your computer a converter that will allow you to convert from a PDF file to a Word file. And sometimes you're going to get your script on a spreadsheet. And if that's the case, you want to make sure that there are no hidden words or lines of text in between the files on that spreadsheet. You might need to play around with that Excel spreadsheet just to make sure nothing's hidden. And finally, consider putting your script on an iPad. What I love about this for voiceover, there are no page turns. You can just breeze through it. You can adjust. The size of the text is really super easy and very, very green. The only problem is it's more difficult to mark a script on an iPad. But those are my suggestions for voiceover scripts. I hope they've been helpful for you. I'm Susan Berkley with Inside VoiceOver, and I'll be back next week with more.